headlines tonight, Anambra government initiate more measures to further reduce illiteracy level in the state. Labour leaders laud Governor Obiano on worker-friendly policies. Senate summons Inspector General of Police over insecurity challenges. And on the foreign scene tonight, Sri Lankan President Sirisena initiates more measures to eliminate terrorism. Ebere Ugonna is my name. News in detail. State government has reinstated its commitment to reducing illiteracy rate to the barest minimum. The Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Kate Emmanuel, stated this during a one-day capacity building program for the facilitators of adult and non-formal education held in Oka. Correspondent Valentine Mbadua was there for the ABS and now reports.
Professor Menua, while addressing the participants, said that the state government targets making Anambra one of the 3 top states with low illiteracy rates. Professor Menua, who described the facilitators as agents of positive change, charged them to remain committed and dedicated. She, however, called on those who could not afford formal education to key into adult and informal education initiative as it will help them in their daily lives.
Number of adults that are not educated or not literate, if you miss those adults, that means a significant part of the population will actually be illiterate. And that's why His Excellency says in his blueprint that strategic objective 1 is that the learning needs of all must be met through equitable distribution of resources and learning of lifelong skills, and ensure we are one of the 3 top states with the lowest illiteracy rate.
In their separate speeches, the program coordinator, Anambra State Education Program Investment Project, ANSEPIP, Mr. Kene Enukora, and the program consultant, Mr. Ajadi Bolade, commended the state government for its tireless efforts and commitment towards giving Anambra a quality education.
Part of the strategic objective of the state is to reduce illiteracy to the barest minimum.
There has been a whole lot that the government has invested in training the teachers, specific program mathematics and then English, and then also those are the primary and then secondary education.
On their part, some of the participants, including Mrs. Ebele Ike Odele and Tokumbo Adenuga, while appreciating the organizers of the program, expressed confidence that their outputs will surely be positively affected.
From the little I've learned here, teaching adults is not an easy task. You don't teach an adult the way you teach children, because in this particular program, we run non-formal education.
We have learned a lot of, teaching, a lot of learning process, and now it can help us to also improve on our disseminating information to our students.
The program, which is World Bank assisted, was organized by Anambra State Education Program Investment Project and was aimed at assisting the state government in reducing the literacy rate through training and retraining of adult education facilitators on contemporary teaching skills development. In Oka, Valentine Mbadua reporting for ABS News.
Comrade Jerry Nnobiaha had been returned as the Anambra State Chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress. His emergence was a unanimous decision made by delegates at the State Delegates Congress of the Nigerian Labour Congress held at the Norge Secretariat Complex in Oka. Correspondent Ngozi Obeleri reports.
The 8-man executives were returned unopposed by delegates from 26 affiliate unions under the Nigeria Labour Congress Anambra State chapter. This came after the former executive inaugurated in 2015 were dissolved by the national president of NLC, Comrade Ayuba Waba. The executive members are Comrade Jerry Nnubia, Chairman, Comrade Chinwe Orizu, Vice Chairperson, Comrade Ifeanyi Ofodile, Vice Chairman, Comrade Luke Nweke, Treasurer. Others are Comrade Frank Anwibo, Auditor 1, Comrade Paul Uweze, Auditor 2, Comrade Festus Moye, and Comrade Emmanuel Onyejiaka, ex-official members. Administering the oath of allegiance on the members of the new executive, Comrade Waba, represented by the National President, Non-Academic Staff Union, NASU, Comrade Chris Ane, charged them to be of good conduct and to always have the workers' welfare as their priorities, and expressed happiness that the Anambra chapter of the Delegates Conference going on in all the states of the Federation went well.
They should play the rules according to the rules, and then respect the rule of law, observe the guidelines, and then come out with a formidable group that will lead respective states.
Responding on behalf of other members of the executive, the new state chairman, Comrade Nnubia, appreciated members of the union for reposing such magnitude of confidence in them, promising not to let them down.
We've done the best we can offer to our workers. We have mobilized our members for the struggle for the welfare of the workers of Anambra State.
In Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Well, history was made at Onitsha Anglican community converged the Emmanuel Anglican Church Onitsha to dedicate its church building, which has been under construction since 2006. The dedication ceremony was officiated by the Bishop on the Niger, Right Reverend Owen Nwokolo, accompanied by some members of the clergy. Correspondent Gini Osadebe was there for the ABS and filed this report.
The event, which was tagged dedication of prestigious sanctuary, attracted the traditional ruler of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Nemeka Achebe, Ndi Chies, members of Abalanze and Otuodo Society of Onitsha, as well as political stalwarts in Onitsha. The bishop, on arrival, in company of the clergymen, blessed various instruments of worship in the church. In his sermon, Right Reverend Nwokolo stated that God's heart, which is filled with love, compassion and mercy, is ever ready to welcome those who come to him with open hearts. He urged the congregation to work with God all through their lives for them to be blessed. The bishop commended the Onitsha Anglican community for the edifice, describing it as a befitting temple of God. He added that the coming of early missionaries in Onitsha has brought great blessings to Igbo land.
The way you know that people love God, that people serve God, is manifest in how they build the church where they worship Him.
Reading the deeds of dedication, the Chancellor, Diocese on the Niger, Barrister Nnamdi Ibebusan, traced the history of Christianity in Igbo land to 1857. He revealed that the foundation of Emmanuel Anglican Church was initially laid in 1957 and subsequently in 1972, while a new foundation, which produced the new church, was laid in 2006 by the then Bishop on the Niger, Right Reverend Ken Sandio Keke. In an address presented by the Chairman Building and Dedication Committee, Sir Dr. Chike Onyejekwe commended the commitments of many Onitsha indigents who have contributed towards the project, as well as the building committee, which led to the completion of the project.
When we started this project, I didn't know when today would be, because it's all by people's donation. It's not as a budget. And that means you have to drive for funds, you have to drive for money, you have to reach out to people. And you can imagine something that started inaugurated in 2005, we are more or less dedicating the church in 2019.
Speaking to the ABS later in an interview, the traditional ruler of Onitsha, Igwe Achebe, who expressed joy that Onitsha now has a 21st century church building and called for continuous appreciation of God's benevolence to the town.
Emmanuel Church, of course, is our own home parish and the early one that was built in Onitsha here. So we're very proud that we now have a 21st century edifice.
The member representing Onitsha North 1 constituency in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Chubo Enwezo, described the day as great in the life of every Onitsha person, while expressing joy and gratitude to God for a dream come true. The priest who started the project and the Archdeacon Onitsha South Archdeaconry, Venerable Josiah Ofebu, said he was overwhelmed at the development. He said that it was not easy when he started the project, while the present vicar who completed the project and the Archdeacon Inland Town Archdeaconry, Venerable Joseph Nweke, enumerated series of priests that served in the church earlier and commended them for their contribution towards the success story of the church. Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
As the rainy season gradually sets in, and most farmers in Mbako, Oka North local government area have fully commenced this year's farming activities. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo, who visited some farms in the community, now reports.
Mbako is one of the food baskets of the state, known mostly for cassava and garri production. A visit to some farmlands in the community by the ABS revealed that farmers in the area have embarked on the year's farming activities, as some of the farmers have already started putting seeds in ridges and modes, while some are still at ridge-making level and others are clearing and preparing of the farmlands. Speaking on the development, a farmer in the area who specializes on yam and cassava cultivation, Mr. Anayo Ilodigwe, said though there is not yet enough water in the ground, the seeds will survive with the little water the soil has absorbed till the full return of the rains, explaining that they expect to start harvesting in 3 months' time, as crops like maize, okra, pepper, and other crops that mature early might have ripened by then, while yam and cassava will be harvested in 6 months and a year and 6 months time respectively. Another farmer, Mr. Chetachukwu Onyemobi, commended Governor Willie Obiano on the numerous achievements his administration has recorded in the agricultural sector. Mr. Onyemobi observed that if Mbakwu community receive necessary support from government, it will be an agricultural reference point in the country, especially in garri production, and called on the government to provide them with fertilizers and treated seedlings, among others, for this year's farming season. Contributing, another farmer in the area, Mrs. Charity Okorie, who is into multiple crop farming, appreciated the present administration for constructing the Mbakwu Road, which she said will ensure easy evacuation and sale of the community's agro products when completed. Mrs. Okorie urged contractors handling the project to accelerate the completion of the road, as according to her, people in the area will not find it easy on the road when the rains fully return. From Mbakwu, in Awka North local government area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Ogidi community in Idemili North Council area recently rolled out their drums to celebrate their aged parents who have attained the age of 80 and above. The maiden event, which was described as first of its kind in the community, attracted dignitaries from all walks of life. Correspondent Guinea Osadabe captured the event and filed in this report.
It was a carnival of a sort as illustrious sons and daughters of Ogidi, both at home and in diaspora, converged at Ogidi Town Hall premises to celebrate their aged parents. Various age groups from the 9 quarters that made up the community were present at the event. In his address during the occasion, the traditional ruler of Ogidi, Igwe Alex Onido, noted that age grade in Ogidi community has been very influential and has impacted positively on communal discipline, community development, as well as improve healthy competitive spirit among the youths, saying that the aim of reenacting this system was to encourage their people to grow together, inspire and assist each other for the well-being of Ogidi land.
It's very important because we all pray to get to that age. The normal age for the divine age, the Bible is 70 years. So if you're 60 years, you should be able to praise God.
The state governor, Chief Willie Obiano, in his speech, commended the community and their Igwe for the initiative, saying that the gesture will go a long way in according the community long life, as they have deemed it necessary to honor their aged ones and urge other communities to emulate them.
I'm very, very proud to be associated with this very function. This is our
Earlier in his opening remarks, the chairman on the occasion, Comrade Emmanuel Ifejika, congratulated Ogidi community for having a large number of aged parents. In their separate interviews, the President General of Ogidi, Chief Jidofo Onubogo, and the Chairman Ituaro Planning Committee, High Chief Stephen Ibebu, disclosed that they commenced preparation of the event since last year October and expressed gratitude to God that it was a huge success, as over 530 old men and women participated in the event, while praying God to grant them good health. Some of the celebrants, Mr. John Onyeka and Diubenyi Okumadi Osakwe, expressed gratitude to God for keeping them alive to witness the Ituaro Ogidi, and prayed God to grant Igwe Onyido long life and good health. Others who spoke to ABS include Chief Philip Atamo, Chief Okuchukwu Ugolo, Chief Samuel Mendo, and Mr. Mwara Okafo. Were all filled with joy and gratitude to God for a successful outing, and prayed God to beautify Igwe Onyido with long life. High points include capping of the celebrants by Igwe and his cabinet, parade by various age groups, dance by women, while masquerade outing added glamour to the event. Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
Well, still to come in the news tonight, Senate summons Inspector General of Police over insecurity challenges. On the foreign scene, Sri Lankan President Sirisena initiates more measures to eliminate terrorism. The news returns right after this break. Please join us again.
History shows Diamond shared the dream to build more than just a bank, bringing the online revolution to Nigeria and becoming part of the networked society, helping to lift the country and continent out of recession to enrich its people too. Now, with our two banks fused together, we can help more move up the social ladder and help future generations make more of their lives, whoever and wherever they are. A new bond to help unleash the potential in every African who banks with us.
Moving on to our national stories, the Senate rose a marathon debate on the insecurity in the country, particularly the rising cases of kidnapping, and resolved to invite the acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammadu Adamu, to a meeting over how to effectively tackle these matters. In a motion to that effect sponsored by Shehu Sani and 107 other senators, it was pointed out that many local government areas in Niger, Katsina, Zamfara, Sokoto, Borno, and Yobe states, as well as other key areas in the northern part of the country, are under siege by kidnappers and other criminal elements. During the debate that lasted for over 3 hours, it was revealed that over 3,000 Nigerians are currently being held in captivity by kidnappers in Zamfara and other states in the north. And on business news, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested 4 persons who attempted to carry out a fraudulent bank wire transfer to the tune of $200,000. A team of EFCC operatives in Abuja swooped down on the suspects as they were about to transfer the money from the account of an unsuspecting foreigner into a domiciliary account in Nigeria. The commission was tipped off when the suspects were sourcing for domiciliary account number, which they will use to receive the money. Bank wire transfer fraudsters have a practice of using other people's domiciliary accounts to receive fraudulent money with a promise of giving the account holder a commission from the money. In some other instances, some of the account holders will be kept totally in the dark as to the source of the fund. When the transaction is completed, the account holder will become the hunted criminal, while the main perpetrator will disappear without traces. On the foreign scene, Sri Lankan President Maithripala Sirisena has revealed his short and long-term measures to bring back normalcy to the island nation, coming to terms with the Easter bombings. According to the president, every household in the country will be checked. The list of the permanent residents of every house will be established to ensure no unknown person could live anywhere, he said, pointing out that during the fight against the LTTE, similar methods were adopted. Sirisena acknowledged a serious lapse on the part of the country's defense secretary and top police official who failed to inform him about an April 4 letter from a friendly foreign country warning about a possible attack. As soldiers armed with assault rifles guarded Colombo's Golden Dome Koluputia Juma, Masjid, hundreds of Muslims defied government calls to stay at home and attended a service they said was focused on a call for people of all religions to help return peace to Sri Lanka. And now for sports news, host Nigeria defeated Niger Republic 2-0 in the female category to secure a ticket for the 2019 Beach Volleyball World Championship in Germany next June. Nigeria's Tochukwu Noroga and Francisca Ikediede fought hard to beat Rakatau Sedo of Raukaya Gabar of Niger Republic in the quarterfinals of the ongoing 2019 Africa Beach Volleyball Cup Seniors front of her home fans at the Jabi Lake, Abuja. Speaking after the game, Nigeria national team coach Imoudu Francis commended the female team for picking the last ticket, adding that the team will up good show when they lock hands with their Egyptian foes. Well, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page, our ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV online. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main points before we go tonight: Anambra government has initiated more measures to further reduce illiteracy level in the state. Labour leaders have lauded Governor Obiano on worker-friendly policies. Senate has summoned Inspector General of Police over insecurity challenges. And on the foreign scene, we brought to you that Sri Lankan President Sirisena has initiated more measures to eliminate terrorism. And that's the size of our package tonight. Many thanks for joining the bulletin. I'm Ebere Ugunna.